Say, I mean, coming in, yes, we had a very big portal. A lot of guys come in from the portal. It's a big influx of guys. All right, so I mean, I thought the biggest thing with all those guys bringing them in is making sure that we really had good chemistry in the room. All right, so we did a lot of things outside of football, right, to bring those guys closer. I thought that was really important. But we had guys come from everywhere, all shapes, all sizes, all levels, which I thought was good. And it's really helped, I would say, with our depth. You know, you can plug and play guys, like mixed and match guys, right, as we're going through this whole thing. So, I mean, guys are going to be up, guys are going to be down, guys are going to be hurt in the middle of the year, so everybody's going to have a significant role sometime in the season. So.
And how about Enyce and CJ?
I would say, I mean, Enyce and CJ, I mean, both pretty good guys for us. Start with Enyce, I've had a relationship with him since Auburn. I moved that kid into his dorm, which was awesome. So to have him here and see him develop the way that he has been good. But he knows, I mean, I think I'm the hardest on him every single day. I mean, I don't let up, but he knows it comes from a very loving place. I tell my kids, and I firmly believe in this, I mean, I think you can only coach to the depth of your relationship. So if you don't have a relationship with somebody outside of this football, then you're not going to be able to push them as hard as you want. If a kid's not responding to you, you probably don't have any type of relationship with them. I think that's in coaching. I think that's in life. All right. So I really believe in that. So I really build big relationships with all those guys. And CJ's the same way. He's another guy I recruited before I got here. Before I was the D-line coach here, I recruited him at another spot. So I had a relationship with him prior to this. And just as hard as I'm on him, I'm hard on everyone else. He has the highest expectation in the room. I mean, he's our guy in there. I mean, he's a war daddy for us every single day. He shows up, hurt or not, and he's going. He's had a really good camp, and we're excited for him right now.
Both, actually, I just put this together in my head, but both, and correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Dewhurst and Coach Kitley have talked about the importance of the D-line, and I just realized you've got two captains in your room, right? And that's kind of unusual to see.
Right.
That's a testament to what they've shown their teammates and the leadership that they bring.
No doubt, I would say from the time that they walk in to the time they walk out, I mean, those guys are trying to not only do everything right, but lead in the right way every single day. I think that's why they're selected as captains. They show up. They don't only do as they're supposed to, right? They do more than expected. So, I mean, hats off to those guys, and we're proud of them. But they know that, I mean, with that title comes great responsibility also, right? You got to show up every day and be consistent. So, we've had a lot of talks about that.
I wanted to ask you about the 24/7's 30 under 30 list. Just overall, what's that mean for you? Is that just a title for you, or are you honored to be on that list?
Definitely honored. I thought it was funny. I had no idea about it. Coach Kitley kind of posted it in our group message, and everybody, I was sitting in our offices. You guys know our offices, they're all glass, and they're all like, "Hey, good job." And I had my phone down, so I had no idea. And I looked out, and I was like, "Oh yeah, good." And then I looked up, I was like, "Oh, that was pretty cool." You know what I'm saying? But I think at the end of the day, like I tell everyone, it's not about me. It's about the kids that you coach, and it's about this team, right? I'm really glad that light got shed on me. I appreciate that, but it's all about FAU at the end of the day. So.
And how do you feel about the depth overall of the line of the D tackles? Do you feel like when it comes time to bringing those 2s and 3s that they're going to be prepared come game time?
I think yes. I think we're going to have some quality depth there. All right. I think we've recruited quality depth. We were able to get guys that had played substantial amount of reps at other places, right? So they're not going to go in there with their eyes wide open. A lot of those guys have game experience in there, and then they've been able to operate and execute what we've asked them. So I think that's important as well. But yeah, I think we're going to have some quality depth.
When it comes to this overall group, right, what have you seen in terms of the progression of how they're playing within the team, how they're attacking different things, and just heading towards Maryland, heading towards the game week? What's the biggest thing that you want them to focus on so they're able to hit the ground running in week 1?
I mean, I think to start off, the biggest thing that they've all improved on, right, is just our 2 keys going into camp was operate and execute. Like we defined operate as being in great condition, right, and knowing your job, and then execute, right, just executing at a high level and hunting the football every single play. So with those guys, they've all been able to like kind of slash those goals out. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really good to see from them. As we go into game week, if you ask, I mean, I think the focus is still on us. Like, how good can we be with our technique? How good can we be every single play? How consistent can we be? How can we hunt the ball every single play? If we kind of start making about something that it's not, right, that's when we kind of get lost, right? But I think the focus is going to stay on us and just to keep being as consistent as we can. So.
Coach Kitley also talked about how, whether it's offense or defense, the scheme is going to really be dictated by the players that are on the field.
Yeah.
What have you seen from the guys in terms of their versatility and just ability to really just adjust to whatever the coaching staff is throwing at them?
I thought I was really impressed with just the retention and application too. We're able to retain and apply whatever we throw at those guys. We have all shapes and sizes in our room, right? So we can get a lot done, which is awesome. Everybody has a different skill set at some point, right? But we can, at the end of the day, they can all do what we ask them to do too, right? And we're gonna put our kids in the best position to make plays. So.
Just now that everybody else is done, kind of revisiting what he said before, are you familiar with last year's defensive tackle unit or not? Did you do anything?
A little bit. I mean, I met Devontae, and that was really it, honestly. That was the only one I met. I think I met Jacob Merrifield one time before he transferred out.
Right.
But
But as far as like the skill set comparison, to me, I'm not a coach, but it looks like we have upgraded the room overall.
right.
Would you say that's a fair assessment?
I would say it's a fair assessment if that's what you think, for sure. But I mean, I think, I hope we did. You know what I'm saying? We try to keep the past for real. I don't really dump too much on the last guys. Not saying that we don't have respect for them. Like, I think they were awesome. But we try to really focus on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And focus on what we can do better every single day. All right? The focus is always on us, and not even what we did before or what we're going to go do earlier. It's always right here in the present.
The reason I said that was because of some comments that other coaches had made that are no longer here about the size. Like
Right.
we were just not quite where we needed to be for the American, size-wise and strength-wise. And that's the reason I was asking. Because I'm out there looking at your group today,
Right.
really for the first time, really looking at them. To me, I mean, it's a much bigger group.
Right.
Seems to be a little bit more athletic overall. And that's really the reason I was asking.
No doubt.
Okay.
I think we've come together a lot more since the last time we talked in spring. We're becoming better, especially with conditioning. That's a big thing with Coach Santana, and then playing fast offense like Coach Kitley. But yeah, today we just getting in the flow of it. It's a little different playing the actual different offense now. So as the week goes on, I know we're gonna get better and be ready for one for sure.
How hungry are you getting to hit somebody other than your own teammates?
It's definitely going to be fun to actually hit a quarterback now and not have to stay 2 feet away from our
Right.
QBs. But yeah, we're definitely excited to do contact with other teams and actually be able to, go full go.
Now, when we get up to Maryland, that's a little closer to home. Do you have a good group of family coming to see the game?
I actually got a lot of family coming. My grandpa lives in Maryland and a lot of my cousins. So we're going to be pretty deep there for sure.
Oh,
My
very
family.
good.
Yeah.
Very good. Questions?
Yeah, so I wanted to get your thoughts, just starting off. It was before camp and before the season started, you were named to the Field Still All-American second team conference. I was just wondering how you felt about that and if that's played any impact with your time during the fall camp and looking ahead to the season.
It's definitely a blessing. I'm definitely happy to get recognized like that, but my focus isn't really on that. My focus is to just make sure I'm doing what I need to do to help the team be better and help us win games. So that's my main focus.
And you entered here during the spring, I believe, and now you're a team captain. What have you done since you got here to earn yourself that role and to be voted as one of the guys to have that responsibility?
I'm just making sure I do everything I'm told and make sure it's smooth sailing. They gave me the opportunity to be here, and I'm so grateful for that, and just show my gratitude for that. I just got to do what I'm told, do everything I need to do to help our team get better.
When it comes to you as a player, how have you felt yourself grow from when you first arrived here until now? What do you think is the biggest thing in terms of this defensive scheme that you can do now that you weren't able to do, let's say, when you first got here?
Definitely, I feel like I can play more aggressive because we have a certain defense where you can't really be wrong in our base down front. So it really helps me play as fast as possible, and that's really what I set my game on, is being able to play fast and explosive. And I think that's my favorite part about this defense, is I get to play how I want to play and not really be wrong in a sense.
And then heading into, heading into essentially game prep or mock game prep, and with the Maryland game approaching very quickly, what's the main thing you are focusing on to not only just build upon what you've done in fall camp, but also be ready to roll for week one?
Really just getting my IQ together. It's not really just playing anymore in a sense because, once you play the same offense all spring, all fall camp, you kind of play a little bit more faster. That's just kind of what tends to happen. So really just getting my IQ set on actually playing other people different schemes because they run a really different scheme than what we're used to playing in fall camp and spring and everything. So just getting my IQ in there and getting ready for different box schemes.
Is that an adjustment that comes through watching a bunch of film, or does that come through a mix of film and also being on the field in terms of that game preparation?
Definitely a mix of both, but I'm definitely more of like a on-hands type of action guy, like to really learn from it. So that's why I like practice and actually watching through it. Our scout team is actually doing a really good job. So I'm actually happy with that. They go hard, they're giving us good looks, and that's the way I kind of like to look at it, is actually being able to do it instead of just watching the film the whole time, but also watching the film, sure.
And my last question is just for the defensive tackles overall. What's your thoughts on them this season? What can we expect out of you, but also out of the this year?
Disruption, havoc. That's what we really have our pride on, is just causing havoc. Like I said, we get to play fast in this defense. We can't really be wrong if we're playing fast. And as long as we're doing that, we're going to cause havoc and just cause disruption, make the QB uncomfortable. Definitely.
I feel like my fall camp has progressed. You know what I'm saying? Coming in, Coach Santana had high expectations for me and for this group. Each and every day he challenges me and this group. So the main thing, the main focus on my mind is to continue to rise to the occasions and, beat the odds and rise up to the challenges. So I feel like I progressed a lot. There's still more to improve on.
Coach Santana mentioned that he moved you into the dorm rooms at your last school. Can you tell us about the feeling of getting that call from him and talking to you about coming to Florida Atlantic and maybe what played into your mind there?
It was a great feeling, you know what I'm saying? It kind of felt like yesterday when I was just enrolling here again. He was helping me move in, and I'll never forget the first day he walked in when I was a freshman at Auburn, and handed me my playbook and just walked out. So it was a blessing to be able to have that call and to be able to be back with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he coaches hard and he wants his group to be tough, smart, and dependable, and play fast and physical. So it's a blessing to be able to be here.
What have you seen from this room that is a positive that you're excited about?
What I've seen from this room is how far we've came as a group. You know what I'm saying? Each and every day, like I just stated, Coach Santana challenges us each and every day. So the only thing we can do is just come out and, work towards those goals and challenges that he sets for us in this group, because it starts with us up front.
Last one for me is, we've talked a ton about Coach Kitley being the youngest head coach, and he and Dewhurst are the youngest play calling duo in the country. But then there is Coach Santana, who's under 30, just recognized for coaches under 30. Does that age, not having a gap in that age, help, or do you think it plays a role in relatability to you guys?
I feel like it helps. He can relate to us a lot. You know what I'm saying? Coach Santana's like that father, big brother. He's everything in one. So he can relate to this group a lot, and we warmed up to him fast. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was just with him at Auburn, but we've been apart for a little time now, and you know what I'm saying, coming back around him, over time things change, people grow and stuff like that, but I can say it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to be able to have all of that in one. So yeah.
Funnest off the field thing that you guys did to get to know each other this summer?
The funnest off the field thing, I'll say, is top golf.
Okay.
Yes, well.
Any questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about the fall camp, and now you're moving into mock game week, but you spent fall camps at Power 4 schools in Illinois and Auburn. What's the difference been like here, or has there really even been a difference?
I would say there is really no difference. Coach Kitley just came from Texas Tech, so he's running it the same way, as it is being at a Power 4 school, Power 5 school. I can say there is no difference. The only thing that's different is, the resources and stuff like that. But other than that, we have everything that we need. Coach Kitley is challenging us to be better each and every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to even be here. It feels like yesterday I was just being recruited by Coach Kitley at Texas Tech. So, yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
In terms of like an adjustment period, how have you really acclimated to being at Florida Atlantic? And then looking at you on the field, how have you grown as a player from the first time you stepped on campus to now heading towards D1?
I can say I've grown a lot, you know what I'm saying? Being with different coaches and stuff like that really was a big challenge for me, you know what I'm saying? Transferring into different schools, you got to worry about different coaching styles, but I feel a lot more comfortable with these coaches. Most of these coaches on staff recruited me out of high school, so I feel a lot more comfortable. I'm able to be myself and play hard and fast and physical. That's really my main thing to do. How Coach Santana asked me to do, him and Coach Five, so I can say it's been pretty good.
And then when it comes to you within this defensive scheme, what's been your favorite part of it, and how do you expect that it's going to allow you to take advantage of your full skill set?
What's been the biggest part of it is being allowed to use my strength and combination of speed. Finally learning how to use my strength and play with great technique. Being back with Coach Santana, that's his biggest thing for me is my technique and being able to function while being gassed and tired. So far that's been pretty good. Like I said before, he's been challenging me on that each and every day, and the only thing I've been trying to do myself and with this group is come out and attack it each and every day. So that's been the biggest thing, just being able to do that.
And I wanted to ask you just about the group overall. Are there any individual guys around you in the tackles room that have improved or have shown, hey, they could be a really good piece coming into this season?
I can say we've all improved as a group, but one guy I would say that's in the defensive tackle group that has grown a lot is Hill and Chanelson Exum. Those two guys have a lot of potential, and they're going to be able to do some big things in the future. So I can say that those guys have improved a lot.